Hey guys, it's Alex, your video editor and the connoisseur of snacks here at Endless Metal. I'm talking to you guys today because we have a new interview for you. We sat down with the band Common Thieves and we got to just unpack what they're doing and how they're doing. It's a great time. I'm talking to you today because we actually interviewed them back in July. This video is pretty delayed, and it's really my fault. We all had COVID here in the house, and we were down for a while. And then I even had family members get COVID. My father was hospitalized, but he's okay now. I had another family member who actually did pass away due to COVID. It's been a whole mess, but uh, doesn't change the fact that we have this interview, and we still wanted to put it out because the guys at Common Thieves are doing some good work, and we definitely want to show them our support. And, we made something for the viewers. We wanted to support you too. So I love you guys. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video and enjoy.
We just released a music video for Icon, so if you haven't listened to that yet, be sure to give it a listen and let us know what you think. We also, just a couple weeks ago, like a week ago today, released our cover of Rob Zombie's Lords of Salem, which is available everywhere.
Yep.
Stream the video, stream the song. Let us know what you guys think on that, because we actually do give a shit about what you guys think.
Sometimes.
Well, now you're going to make him feel bad, man.
I don't
Those
care.
are your words, not ours.
Okay, so is this the first time you boys have ever been on camera?
What's worse is Eric's okay with it.
Eric's probably used to it by now.
I really am.
He's so used to it, he likes it.
No.
So is Eric kind of the boy toy of the band?
No.
But, like, are we still getting, like, blowjobs? Is that happening, or, like...
I don't know, Alex, are you giving anyone blowjobs?
Fine, just fucking
Let's
sit
go,
still.
baby.
So we're gonna just kind of do an introduction and let everyone kind of learn about you guys, as who you guys are. So I guess first question I'll ask is, when and where did you all meet? I know you two go back quite a while, but
I met Jeff first, because at the time we had just wrapped doing Exhumed Volume 1, and then Jeff ended up joining the band as a drummer, and then I met Eric through Jeff, and we started hanging out, and then Eric came over one night, we got super fucking hammered and wrote a banger, and...
well,
That's
It turned into a music video?
No. I mean, it kind of goes back a little further than that, because we were working on a song and I had some ideas for it, and I brought Eric over, and Eric actually put guitars on Lords of Salem before we had even done Icon.
Yeah.
And then from there, we kind of just, Eric kept coming over, and then we eventually just joined him into the band.
Yeah, because I remember when we, like, first started, you were coming to practice with us, and Eric would, like, he came on, like, a couple occasions, but that's still when Eric wasn't in Thieves. But since he has joined, Thieves has gotten infinitely better. So
around what year did you guys really start making traction and, like, try to get stuff done? It's been like a year.
It's been a year, like, early last year.
Yeah, this is when
Yeah.
we actually started writing. Because I looked up your discography on like Spotify and YouTube. I saw you had like a single or two from 2018.
So we had a
And then
whole
you had an
EP
album.
from 2019 that I wrote with our former vocalist. I recorded, produced, and did everything except mix and master that EP by myself. And we had some people working on it with us. Brian from Currents helped. Steven Rudishauser from Chelsea Grin helped out with some of that. We kind of dropped that, and then the band kind of went into limbo for a little bit because we couldn't quite figure out the vocalist situation because he was in and out. And we came across David. I don't even remember how.
I think PJ.
Yeah, well, it may have been PJ, but me and David were friends on Facebook.
I was
and,
about to say, I think you posted a status on either your Facebook or the band's. It was like looking for vocalists, and then
like, David messaged us and sent us a video, and some of the guys were like slightly apprehensive about it at first, but we all thought like this guy definitely could do it. So when we sent him the Icon track, he fucking nailed it, like first go. And then David has produced for the band. David has, like I said, recorded all his own vocals. He mixes. He basically does everything except the masters.
Yeah.
On all the Common Thieves music.
Okay, cool.
So even though he's halfway across the world, he's definitely pulling his weight.
Oh,
yeah.
dude, yeah,
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah.
Icon, like that was shot on 2 separate sides of the world. Like
Right.
we
It even comes down to like we can record an entire song and then send it to him for lyrics, and he'll send something back and be like, I took this out or blah blah blah. Like he changes it, just if something doesn't flow for him, he's able to go in and make changes and stuff like that. And then,
very good songwriter too. That's a big benefit.
Yeah.
And on my part, because I'm someone who will I can see one thing in a movie and dig super deep into that and make it 10 times longer, more complicated than it needs to be. I try and break down when I'm writing a song or a demo, I'm trying to give people the audio equivalent to a cinematic experience, but for your ears. That the synths aren't there just to make it sound cool or sound dingy. Instrumentally, just as much as lyrically, that song has to tell a story. And we're trying to convey a story in that music. It is a product at the end of the day, but there still is a lot of thought that goes into what do we want, what story do we want to tell this time. Music's for telling stories, and some we hope people can relate to in some aspects, but we definitely want to have a cinematic experience for your ears is our goal. Like when we did Exhumed, I had done a couple interviews on that, and when they asked me to chalk up what the EP was, it was supposed to be a representation of the absolute worst parts of someone's life, through different lenses, of course. I will say with Exhumed, one of the goals I had on that, and that I think the band did achieve, is you can listen to the whole EP, there's not a single happy moment on that to be found. Because rather...
It's really not.
There's not, man.
even on the lyrical side of things, it's very depressing, because
Yeah,
rather than a lot of these artists, and metal bands included, I'm not going to name names, but they'll be like, let's take the most popular topic in the room, suicide. They'll be like, suicide sucks, this is bad, but you can get better. It's a lot of the songs follow that structure, whereas our take is, this is what depression is like, this is what it feels like, this is how shitty it is.
Kill
And
yourself.
basically, although we don't directly say that, but I want it to be more relatable than a false hope that people try and give.
What bands would you say influenced the sound of Common Thieves? Because there's a lot of elements in the music.
There's a lot of
Random
elements you guys
Sacrifice.
haven't seen yet, do you?
I want to say Chelsea Grin, new Chelsea Grin,
Random Sacrifice.
I mean, Jeff's shown me a lot of stuff. So.
I would say the best summarize it. Chelsea Grin, Currents. I want to say Random Sacrifice because I don't really listen to Currents. Reflections, yeah. Humanity's Last Breath. Maybe a little bit of Cane Hill in there sometimes. I don't know.
Various random black metal.
The Doom soundtrack.
The Doom sound. Mick Gordon.
It is very Doom soundtrack.
Mick Gordon.
There's
music.
a fun tidbit about Icon about Mick Gordon too.
Yeah.
He was scheduled to work on Icon and do synths for it, but he was unable to do it because, unbeknownst to us at the time, he was working on Bring Me the Horizon stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So we were going to have him master Icon, but he turned us over to Ermin Hamadovich, who does Pliny, Periphery, Animals as Leaders, Architects, and that's actually who mastered Icon as everyone hears it now.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a solid just fucking flex right out the gate. Fuck yeah.
There was a very good reason for it, because the song, the video and the song are very different. Sonically and lyrically, that song is entirely making fun of a couple of different things. Instrumentally, it's making fun of all the bands that rely on zeros, but we were able to mix it up. We were like, okay, what do all these bands do? What is overused? Okay, everyone plays zeros and everyone's down-tuning guitars. So let's down-tune guitars, play zeros, but let's trip them up where we'll make this technical in the actual song itself with the patterns and such. So that was kind of a joke. And then all the lyrics are based around lore from the Doom video games.
Yep.
David directly references Argent Energy in the song. He references Doom. It's very
Stepping
much
on
a joke
heads and breaking them
in a
like
sense.
cans.
That's awesome.
But yeah, the song is about Doom, and then the
Which
instrumental
would
is
explain
making
why
fun of everyone.
sounds like fucking Doom music. Yeah.
That was the
Like,
goal.
I'm a huge fan of the Doom games. I have been since I was a kid. So
I went a little bit farther because once we had the song written and everything, we're like, okay, so we have a song that sounds like the Doom soundtrack. We have lyrics about Doom. Let's take this a step further and get the guy who actually made the Doom soundtrack. That would be perfect.
Yeah.
So
and trust us, we tried.
Right, we really tried.
Like, I told him what to type up to him. He typed it up and emailed it off, and then he is like, hey, I can't because of various reasons, blah, 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 blah.
Like,
Long
you guys
story
should-
short, here's this other guy who I think would do really well.
Yeah, so Ehrman, and then I knew Ehrman's work. I didn't know who Ehrman was. Then I go on to his page, it's like Northlane, Periphery, Pliny, Animals as Leaders, whole
I
architects,
knew
holy
who
shit.
he was.
So that was cool.
Yep.
Because the other option for mastering was Buster from
Yeah,
Humanity's Last Breath. So yeah, that song's just kind of a joke, but it's fun at the
There's a
same time.
banger.
The song might be a joke, but God.
The new stuff's heavier, or the stuff we haven't. Never mind.
Cut!
The further this gets in, it really
Hey,
sounds
Dad.
like someone's getting fucked on this couch.
Hey,
We're
bad fucking.
You told us the story behind Icon as of lyrically and as of the writing style of it, but tell me about the music video, the story behind that.
Is it 7 Deadly Sins?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
just,
this
just going through some of the sins. Like
we picked
the
out a
glitter.
select few.
We picked out a select few, like the glitter, and if you watch from the very beginning of the video, he starts off normal, and if you notice throughout the video as it progresses, as well as us plus our B-roll, he gets worse. He gets more and more fucked up as things go. He gets into the greed, like with the glitter, and he's putting the chain on and shit like that, the gold chains. It goes into greed, lust, gluttony.
That was a fun one.
It all kind of just ties in, but as far as the references, just a lot of the few that we chose from 7 Deadly Sins.
Now, I do have to ask, like, that scene where it cuts to you, like, right before the breakdown where you spit, like, that black shit all over your kid.
Out the blood.
Oh, that was fake blood.
Okay,
That
I was
fake
gonna
blood.
say, I was gonna ask what that was.
Fake blood.
This is fake blood. Yeah,
Doesn't that shit taste
just
awful?
it just tastes like it's just basically cornstarch. Mix it with a shit ton of water. Did a couple different takes of it. My drums got soaked and covered in fake blood.
How long did that take to clean off?
It's still there.
Yeah.
I mean, I wiped them all down. Like after we were done, we wiped it down, but some of it just won't come off.
All right. So Icon was your first release in over 2 years. Has Common Thieves kind of been on the back burner, and if so, why?
It's been pretty active. It's just
we're
quiet.
Yeah, it's just if we're gonna do something, we want to do it the right way, and for us to do that, it was more after we finished up Exhumed. The band went on the back burner. The band needed to find a good lineup that was reliable, that worked for everybody, and it hasn't been on the back burner. We've been working, but we just wanted to have stuff ready to go.
I think the fact that like there was 2 or 3 member changes really did something to that, and then getting the current lineup we have now, and that took a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Once we got the current lineup, I mean, we were pretty full swing, and I mean, we've stayed pretty busy consistently. And then once we got this lineup, it's been full swing ever since, and it's kind of just
Yeah, because
we've stayed busy nonstop, and we just wanted to come out swinging.
yeah, because if you're a band and you write like 1 or 2 singles and you drop those, then you have to. There's that gap of time where you're writing another song, recording another song, doing whatever you have to do to release it 3 or 4 months later. People in the modern listening space need something like consistency. So we wanted to have 6, 7 tracks ready to go for singles and be able to have things done months in advance so that we can consistently give people new music.
So while we're scheduled on releases,
There's
when
another song done.
there's more songs being written.
Yeah.
So by time the few songs that we have ready are fully out, everything that we've been working on during that time is ready for more drums.
Yeah, it's a professional workflow.
Yes.
It's not a
keeping
garage
the-
band
it's-
putting out new music.
It's keeping the attention span, you know. So
Yes.
Every band's gonna drop an album. You're gonna listen to that album nonstop for 2, maybe 3 weeks, and then another band's gonna drop an album. You're gonna forget about that album that you've been stuck on. So if you drop something, wait a month and a half, whatever. By the time you think you're forgetting about that one song,
Hey
bam,
buddy, guess
another
what?
song.
There's another one.
We're
So
also
it's keeping
boy.
attention mentions.
Our writing style, especially like for me and Eric, since like most of like the ground up stuff, like when a song starts, begins with me and Eric sitting in a room. And the thing about me and Eric is we do have this very high, at least for us, quality level. I don't have hundreds and hundreds of songs that I have started and not finished. Common Thieves, maybe a song, maybe you'll go through 1 or 2 revisions, but we'll keep the same song. We won't start something and then start 3 more. Like, we want to put all our effort into one song so that we can make it sound as good as possible at the end of the day.
You guys having a moment?
I was gonna start dominance.
Everybody gets fucked with equally. And David's like our mobster Italian uncle. Oh, literally.
Insert
That's fair.
insert recent photo of David in a Hawaiian shirt, gut out, beer in hand, just like.
So you guys touched on it a little bit when you said you wanted to have more than just 1 or 2 songs ready before you started dropping. You said you wanted to have 5, 6, 7 songs. So does that mean we can expect an EP or something in the future, or are you just planning on dropping singles periodically?
Can't
for now?
really say.
Can't really say. I can say singles. We've got singles lined up all the way through like early next year right now, but other than that, EP and stuff's all still kind of under the radar right now.
Now I know you can't say, but I saw a dirty little smile on Jeff's
Hey,
face. So Jeff.
So yeah, we got really off topic there. So let's just kind of swing back into them talking about their new track Icon and making that music video, because we talked a lot, like a lot.
We were making the video for Icon.
Oh yeah.
And Alex was trying to. There's this like the scene where he's tied up in the chair.
Yeah.
And everybody was trying to tie him up.
And then Jeff runs over with a rope, does all this, and we're like,
They were trying to tie him up in a very poor fashion. So me, being the kind soul that I am,
the not child of
There's
God that
another
you
word
are.
for that. There's the what's the
I tied him
Jeff
up.
being the kind kinky soul that he is.
I released some hidden talents.
That man is. It's safe to say Jeff has watched 50 Shades of Grey more than a couple of times.
More than once, for sure.
No, at this point it sounds like he was consulted.
I
No,
know.
it's all Jeff. I don't know what's worse,
God.
the fact that Jeff knew how to do that, or the fact that Kyle was totally cool with it.
I was like, spread your knees, close your knees.
And he
I was getting,
obeyed
like, as I was
every
walking
order.
around, I was like, turn your head left, pull back.
Jeff
was
knew
just like-
every bit of it. I know Dalton and Bailey
Oh,
both
dude, you know how
have
much
some.
B-roll shit we have from the fucking glitter scene?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you know how much B-roll we have of the meat scene? I have that on my phone. Everyone just
People
you
in
hear
the
people
background,
start eating in the background. While, like, so the part of the video where he, like, grabs meat and starts doing this, everyone is seeing that first take of that, because we only did one. What you're seeing is someone act like a cannibal to metal music, and then what's really going on in real life is people are in the background with their phones going.
No, not only
For the
that,
whole
but
thing.
we didn't have a track playing. It was dead silent, and all you could hear was
Somebody in
what
the
sounded like
background.
somebody stirring mac and cheese, and people in the background gagging.
Yup.
Oh my.
Yeah. Hey, pal.
It was
That's
gross.
not fake meat. That is raw ground beef
With fake blood and black paint.
and biscuits.
And biscuits, by the way. They were delicious.
It was silent. We didn't play a track to anything. And you can hear Dalton like directing in the background, like it was like legit directing and
Like,
no music playing. It was just quiet.
Yeah.
it was so, like, I think because of the group that we have, even shooting with Dalton, it didn't feel like we were on edge the whole time. It felt like we were just hanging out with people and having fun, and I think that really helped everybody.
Dude, we were doing dabs in the back the whole time.
It was fun. Like,
By we.
I got so ripped in the whole time. And I was like, I was like, dude, we got time. And like, as I'm in
Is
the
this
middle
why
of-
this took 18 hours
Yeah.
instead of
So
Yeah.
yeah, literally in
Yeah.
the middle of taking a fat dab, they go, "All right, Jeff, you're up," and I was like, "Dude, what?" And I looked at my
I can
phone.
see your face in
I
this
pull up my
situation.
phone, and fucking lo and behold, we've been there for 6 hours.
pizza. Like
They
we
were
were
pizza.
there for a hot minute.
And what's even better is we were all like, same thing with the B-roll, you know, we progressively got, you know, more fucked up. So when we answered the door for the pizza, we're all
We're all in full makeup.
I need to get that. I will get that for you. Dalton followed us while we were all bleeding, had black paint over us, and the pizza guy comes in. We're just like, what's going on, man?
No, so Dalton with the chains, we put or not Dalton, Kyle. So Kyle, when we had him walk out and the chains that he's putting on in the video, we wrapped around his neck and walked him out on a leash.
I swear to God, that pizza delivery guy was like,
Dude, it was
He's
so
like, the
long.
experience is my tip. Just
Yeah,
leave.
yeah.
Just let me leave.
It was like a 72-year-old like Carl, like
So as it turns out, we don't know how to stop talking. We're just gonna kind of jump back in. I'm gonna do the editor thing, and we're gonna talk about some of the hopeful upcoming live shows. Yeah, that way.
Will there be live shows in the future for Common Thieves with David being in Italy?
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we won't be trapped into the local scene. We may eventually do a show in Oklahoma, but just because of him being in Italy, we are setting for touring, not playing a local show
Well,
here and there.
I mean, yeah, when he lives halfway across the world, you can't really just
Yeah,
have him
we're,
come
we're,
down for
we're
one
setting
show.
up. We're setting up some stuff.
Yeah, we want to do things our way,
Right.
and kind of includes ignoring the way things have been done from a lot of different bands. But yes, Common Thieves will tour. I can't say exactly when because none of us know, honestly. But right now, if anybody watching this is looking forward to seeing the band live, possibly mid to late next year.
That's a solid plan, though. I mean, not a lot of bands have a 2-year course set in front of them. So,
Yep, and we all still have like consistent band meetings where we all sit down. Like we had one just the other night. Where we're just like, this is what's working, this is what's not working, this is what we need to do to fix that, so that nobody gets to the point where drama gets caused or people lose their tempers. Because in a professional setting or trying to be professional, we don't have time or the mentality for that. Because there's so much, your mind's on so many other elements and facets of making and releasing music that is the last thing you have time for. It's just extra stress. So if we can communicate things right when they start and fix those issues, then we can move forward smoothly. And that's what we try and do, is try and be on our toes as far as communication goes. That's a big one.
Yeah, the professionalism level was there from like the start.
Because if we want to do something, we want to do it our way. We don't really give a shit about what anybody else thinks or does.
I know there's some things you can't tell me about, like release dates and all that fun stuff, but what are your goals for, say, the next year or two?
Within like the next year, what I know you'll be able to see at least 4 to 5 new songs from Common Thieves. And like I said, midway through next year, towards the end of next year, you might see Common Thieves on tour, but that is the kind of next step for us.
That's the bare minimum.
That's the bare minimum.
Right. Now, when you guys talk about a tour, are you thinking touring like East Coast, or you have an idea of where you want to go?
Presents itself.
Yeah, we'll have to see. For all we know, we could be touring Midwest, East Coast, West Coast. For all we know, we could be touring in Europe. It all just really depends.
It's probably just going to be a tour that we're going to jump on, just due to
Right.
close friends that are in.
I've just noticed a lot of
bands.
locals lately trying to do East Coast tours.
We will tour with the bands we want to tour with, regardless of where the tour is.
Yeah.
The goal is tour. It doesn't matter where. Being in a band kind of gives me an excuse to go out and see different parts of the world that I haven't been to and try new things.
Right. All right, guys. That was all I had. Do you have any final thoughts or anything you want to share with everyone before we end this?
Before you listen to any of our music, hug your mom, tell her you love her before you stab her to death with a kitchen knife.
Also, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck me.
okay, we open. We open with it, buddy.
And that's how we end it.
All right, that was it. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Again, apologies for the delay. If you liked the video, please leave a like down below. Like and subscribe. Ring that bell. Go give Common Thieves a follow. They do really good work. Their new track, Icon, did slap as hard as I wanted it to. So definitely go and check them out. And we hope to see you again on the next one. So, bye.